Hello, Zoom folks. And obviously, hello, in-person folks as well. Okay, it is 10 a.m. I'm guessing a couple folks will roll in late, but I'm going to go ahead and make sure I have everybody on Zoom, and then we will go from there. Hopefully everybody got to relax / sleep in on last Friday while I was at the conference. I had a great conference, actually. Some really informative talks, and just always good to catch up with colleagues as well. So thanks to those of you who are here. Today, what we're going to focus on is doing an activity that will help as you enter the final stages of your poster. So everybody, oh, was there something else I wanted to say real quick? The psychology experience credits. So I sent an email before I left last week. My study is up and Dr. Ariel's lab has a study up as well. So remember that you have a psychology experience credits to complete for this course as part of your points. My study takes about 10 minutes and Dr. Ariel's, I want to say, is much longer. Bryn, did you end up participating in it?
Yes.
How long did it take you?
About
An hour. Okay, so and then the other thing is I have several groups in my assessment of individual differences class who will be doing very short surveys, and because we only have 2 studies this year, period, if you can grab one of them and participate or several of them and participate, you can use that as well. And again, remember, you can always write about articles too, and I'm glad to help anybody who kind of gets stuck when you're looking at that. So it's the big thing I wanted to say. Today, what we're going to do is an activity on synthesizing research literature. So if you go to our Blackboard page and go to assignments, and this will be like we've had the other short assignments. This will be just for you, for your particular poster. If you click on it, it should ask you to open a copy. Yep. And so you could say, yep, make a copy. Yes, and Caitlin is in that class, the assessment class. So if anyone wants to take her questionnaire, let her know. And I can give you her email, or if you see her in one of your other classes, just grab her. Okay, so there are, and I cannot take credit for this activity. Dr. Martorell put it together, which I thought was fantastic. And we share materials for this class since everyone in the department teaches it. And so I think this is a great assignment. So over the course of the semester, if you've been keeping up with the in-class assignments or have done them outside of class, you have found 4 articles, right? For your poster. We did 2 for one assignment and 2 for another assignment. And so what you're gonna do is take those 4 studies and synthesize their major findings. And then integrate them in a concluding statement. And so there's some general guidelines here. Focus on and write on behavior, phenomena, and findings, not on the researchers and their study. A lot of people, I think it's really important to give lots of attribution to who wrote it, right? So they'll be like, John Doe from Johns Hopkins University in his article entitled blah, 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 blah said, and in fact, all you need to do is say what the article said and then put your APA in-text citation in parentheses afterwards, okay? The other thing with this is some people will say, this study found, and like the study is not a disembodied person, if that makes sense. So if you really can't find another way to phrase it, right, you can say Doe, 2002 found, blah, 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 blah. But try to just, again, summarize what they found in a sentence. Put citations again, usually at the end of the sentence. And pay attention to information that's disconfirmatory. So what that means is look for conflicting results in the literature. So some of your articles might have found one thing, some might have found another. You're gonna have that with your myth in general, right? You can say things like, however, other researchers or other data suggests. So it's important to include that too. Use your own words, don't copy and paste, don't ask ChatGPT to do it. This is a skill we're trying to teach you that's really vital. Not only for if you go on in the field of psychology, but a lot of like Fortune 500 companies now, bosses will want you to like synthesize literature like this, right? So pull up those 4 articles you found over the course of the semester. If you haven't been keeping up with the in-class assignments, this might take you a little longer because you might have to find the 4 articles. And then go back to the abstract. And then go ahead and in the bottom of this document, copy and paste the abstract in this single document. Then identify and write down using only one sentence the article's main finding. And you could do this under each abstract. And then do it for all 4 of the studies. And then you're gonna create a paragraph where you're gonna have one sentence talk introducing your topic. Yeah.
Will you be able to use this as like this underneath research button?
Yep,
Yes.
that's what this assignment's for. So yeah, this is to get you another step forward. Then you'll have a sentence from each of those 4 studies and a concluding sentence. Now, that being said, if you found more than 4 studies, you can have another sentence, right? And that's okay. I don't think this will take you 6 hours to complete just because you've already read it, which is why I'm giving you a class period to do it, right? You've already looked at these articles. If you hadn't found them, that it probably would take you 6 hours to complete. But I think this will take you, I think you should be able to complete it in this period if you've already read the articles and are looking at the abstracts. And there's an informational video linked if you're struggling with how to do that. So again, everybody, because I know a couple of people have signed on while I was walking through the assignment, folks on Zoom, if you go to our Blackboard page and you go to assignments, which is what I'm going to show you again, and then scroll all the way down to the bottom, you have this link to make a copy of this document on synthesizing research literature. And so that is your task for today. I will be available for questions both in person and via Zoom. You can feel free to either unmute or put stuff in the chat. I'll make sure that's open. And yeah, I'm just here. And then if you finish with this really quickly, you can head out. If it takes you a little longer, go ahead and finish it sometime. And then what you'll see is that there's a place to submit this if you click on the name of the assignment. And so what you can do is just in the create submission box, copy paste your link. Just make sure you share it with me so that I'll be able to open it to look at it. Alrighty, so again, I'm here for any questions you have. And I'll probably be working on a couple little things just because, as you can imagine, me being gone all weekend, my email box is crazy. But I hope that this really, as Bryn asked in person here, yes, this could be your synthesizing research part of your poster. So this is really to help you get there. Awesome. Okay, cool. So yeah, go ahead and start working on it. I think some folks in person for sure already have. And I'm here if you need me. I'm going to try to keep everything on top, but we're working on some stuff on the side as well. Oh, and also one last thing, and then I'll shut up, I promise. So you all could focus, is I did finally get exam 3 graded and your grades were posted as of this morning.